Welcome to the Retzel Health Law Hotspot. Health Law Hotspot is a podcast for physicians and health professionals that covers the legal issues and trends that affect the healthcare industry.
Hello, this is Lesley Arca from Retzel and Andrus. Today I would like to talk to you about 3 additional background checks to screen for when hiring a healthcare worker for your company. Number 1, professional licenses. The healthcare worker you are hiring should have a current, active, and not suspended license in the state where you provide services. Each state has its own database to search for licenses. It is also important to look at whether the provider has had actions taken against their licenses. For example, is their license currently suspended? Evaluate whether you can hire them in a role that does not require their license. Was their license suspended at some point? Find out why. If you see adverse activity on their license, you should weigh whether it would negatively impact your business and result in increased insurance premiums. Keep a copy of the professional license with the employment file if you decide to hire them. Another compliance tip: keep track of when the license will expire so that you can send the employee a reminder of when they are to renew. Personally, I have seen instances where a healthcare worker let her license lapse, yet she continued to see patients and her employer could not bill for her visits. Number 2, state healthcare worker registries. Most states maintain a separate registry specifically for providers who work with long-term care residents. Usually these providers are home health care aides, nurse aides, CNAs, personal care assistants, private duty nurse aides, day training personnel, or anyone working in a similarly health-related occupation where they provide direct care in nursing homes, intermediate care facilities, or in patients' homes. This registry screens for whether the worker has criminal convictions involving murder, assault, theft, drug dealing, arson, and other crimes. Depending on the crime, you may be able to appeal to that state that the worker can be waived from the registry and still work for you. If the potential hire does not show up in the registry, you may need to sign them up for an additional background check, usually fingerprint-based, and inform the state that you are screening them before you can hire them. Some states may also require that you update the registry to show the public that you employ the worker. Keep a copy of the registry search in the worker's file and run the search annually. Number 3, the Department of Health and Human Services Office of the Inspector General Exclusions Database. This database is important if you bill Medicare, Medicaid, any federal healthcare program, or work with entities that do. This database is available at exclusions.oig.hhs.gov. It is updated monthly. Potential healthcare workers, current workers, and even vendors need to be checked against this database at least once a year. Anyone who is listed as excluded cannot bill for services through a federal healthcare program. You will notice that you can do a search for multiple individuals and entities. You will need to conduct searches on formal spellings of names and nicknames. If multiple entries show up for a common name, you will need to verify the identity of the entry by inputting the Social Security number. Again, make sure you keep a copy of the search results in that worker's file. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to us.
The Retzel Health Law Hotspot is made available by the firm and its attorneys for educational purposes and to provide general information, not to provide specific legal advice. Use of the Retzel Health Law Hotspot does not create an attorney-client relationship between you and the firm or any of its attorneys. The Retzel Health Law Hotspot should not be used as a substitute for competent legal advice, and you should contact an attorney in your state about any legal needs or questions you may have.